The scroll before the bite. Do you remember when food was just food, before it had to be viral? Before it had to be vertical? Before every meal was judged by how well it lit up a feed, but something shifted. Today, we photograph before we taste. We follow before we cook. And sometimes, we crave what we've never even tried. This is the untold story of how social media didn't just change our eating habits, it reshaped the meaning of food itself. In every civilization, food is foundational. It's not just sustenance, it's memory, ritual, culture, power, but never in history have our food choices been so influenced by likes, shares, and algorithms. Through a sociological lens, this documentary explores how food went from tradition to trend, why viral recipes dominate our diets, the new power dynamics in who gets to tell culinary stories, and whether this revolution is uniting or unraveling our food cultures. Buckle up. Whether you're a home cook, a history nerd, or a hungry anthropologist, this is your seat at the table. For most of human history, food was shaped by geography, climate, and community. The hearth was the heart of the home, but fast forward to the 2010s, and the hearth has a new flame. The smartphone, Instagram introduced the idea of food aesthetics. Suddenly, chefs became content creators. Restaurants redesigned menus with Instagrammability in mind. Chefs had to change their plating, not because the food changed, but because the camera demanded something more vibrant, more vertical, more viral. Sociologists call this curated consumption. When food is chosen or styled more for social media impact than personal or cultural relevance, Irving Goffman's theory of presentation of self applies here. Our plates become props in the performance of identity. And the audience? Our followers. Social media didn't just amplify food, it globalized it. Today, Korean kimchi meets Mexican birria in a London food truck, and it all goes live on TikTok. This digital globalization democratized taste. Dishes once confined to villages or small communities now reach millions. Mini case study: The rise of Filipino cuisine on YouTube, 2016 to 2020, how Nigerian jollof rice trended on Twitter during cultural food debates, TikTok's role in popularizing Indian street food across the West. But this reach has a shadow side. When traditional dishes are stripped of context, history, or credit, they become just another trend. Sociologists warn of culinary colonialism, where dominant cultures profit from the food of marginalized groups without honoring their roots. Ever wonder why you suddenly craved whipped coffee in 2020? Or why everyone, everywhere, made feta pasta? Scientific insight, mirror neurons. Watching someone eat triggers appetite. Dopamine, likes and shares give brain rewards, reinforcing behaviors. ASMR, mukbangs and chewing sounds create sensory stimulation. Food has always been emotional. But today, it's engineered to be addictive, not just to taste, but to views. Sociological lens, food trends mimic fads. Sociologist George Ritzer's idea of McDonaldization applies: predictability, calculability, efficiency, and control. Viral food fits this model. As food became content, a new pressure emerged. To eat right, to eat clean, to eat aesthetically. And that pressure? It's taking a toll. Stats: rise in orthorexia nervosa, obsession with clean eating, body image issues linked to food influencers, TikTok trends like what I eat in a day reinforcing unrealistic norms. Historically, eating was guided by tradition, family, and seasonal cycles. Today, it's guided by filters, fitness trackers, and trends. But social media isn't just the problem, it's also the platform for solutions. Examples of grassroots food movements: indigenous chefs reviving ancestral recipes, #food is political raising awareness about food deserts, Instagram accounts teaching history through recipes, TikTokers reclaiming heritage through storytelling. Through food, communities are reclaiming history, resisting colonial erasure, and sparking global dialogue about sustainability, sovereignty, and social justice. Let's pass the mic to you. How has social media shaped your relationship with food? What's one traditional dish you wish more people knew about? Drop your thoughts, your favorite food stories, or even your cultural recipes in the comments. Let's make this a global table. We live in an age where your dinner can go viral, where the algorithm decides what's for lunch, and where food is content, but food is more than that. It's memory, identity, resistance. It connects us to our ancestors and to each other, so the next time you scroll past a trendy recipe, pause. Who created this dish? What's its history? What story does it tell? If this video nourished your mind, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and share it with someone who always Instagrams their food. Until next time, keep questioning, keep learning, and keep your curiosity simmering.